All right, so buying a home, it's a big deal. Pretty exciting stuff, right?
Yeah, for sure.
But honestly, sometimes the whole mortgage process can feel a little overwhelming.
Yeah, I get that.
Like you're lost in a maze, blindfolded.
Haha, definitely.
That's exactly why we're doing this deep dive today.
Makes sense.
We're going deep into an interview with a true mortgage expert, Kirk Rau.
All right, Kirk Rau, heard of him, yeah.
It was featured on Rethinking Real Estate. Have you seen that one?
Yeah, I have, yeah.
So get this, you're not just going to learn about the ins and outs of mortgages, but we're also going to uncover some pretty surprising connections.
Interesting. What kind of connections?
Well, we're talking about the links between homeownership and things like your wealth, your kids, even, wait for it, longer marriages.
Longer marriages. Okay, now I'm really intrigued.
Right. Okay, so Kirk, he talks about this myth that if your mortgage application gets denied, it's basically game over.
Yeah, I've heard that one.
But he actually sees it as a chance to step back and strategize. It's like, okay, now we have a starting point. Let's actually make a plan. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I think that's a really powerful shift in perspective, right?
Yeah.
Instead of seeing a denial as like a failure, it's more like a roadmap, you know?
Okay, yeah.
It shows you what you need to work on. Maybe it's your credit score. Maybe it's tweaking your debt-to-income ratio. And having an expert to help you can really make all the difference.
That's true. He makes a great point about those credit scores.
Yeah.
You might think you know what yours is, but those free online checks don't always tell the whole story.
Exactly, yeah. Mortgage lenders, they use these super in-depth scoring models. They really dig deep into your financial history.
Oh, wow.
So those quick online scores can be misleading.
Oh, okay.
That's why it's so important to work with a mortgage professional right from the start. They can help you figure out exactly what lenders are looking for.
Gotcha.
And guide you on how to put your best foot forward.
All right, so let's say you get that pre-approval. You're all set to start house hunting.
Okay, some part.
And then you spot this, stunning designer bag.
Oh no, what happened?
I sense a story coming. Kirk actually tells this story. Right?
Yeah.
About a buyer who, days before clothing, decides to splurge on this, high-end designer handbag.
Oh no.
And she even puts it on a new credit card.
Oh no.
It seemed harmless at the time. Right?
Yeah, I can see that.
But it totally tanked her loan.
Wow. Ouch, yeah, that's a tough lesson to learn. I mean, it just goes to show how sensitive the whole mortgage process can be. Any sudden changes in your finances.
Yeah.
Lenders want to see stability. So, as tempting as it might be to celebrate, hold off on that shopping spree, right?
Yes.
Wait until you have those keys in your hand.
Patience is key. Now, I got to ask about this whole homeownership equals happiness thing.
Yeah.
I mean, is that really a thing? Is that real?
Okay, so you might be surprised to hear this. Research actually backs that up. There's data.
Really?
Kirk, he found this statistically significant link between owning a home and some pretty amazing stuff, like 89 times greater wealth, better academic performance for kids, stronger marriages, even living longer. It's kind of wild.
89 times wealthier. Okay, you have my attention. But why, though? What's the connection? Why would owning a home have all these ripple effects?
I think it comes down to that feeling of control and stability that owning your own place brings. You're not at the mercy of a landlord anymore.
Oh, I see.
You're building equity, putting down roots, and that seems to carry over into other parts of life, creating this more stable, fulfilling life.
So it's not just a roof over your head. It's like setting the stage for a better life, a happier life.
Exactly. Now, the benefits are clear, but there are also some pitfalls you want to avoid. Kirk mentioned gift fund fumbles, a big one for first-time buyers.
Right. A lot of people get help from family for that down payment. But he really stresses that clear documentation is key.
Absolutely. Transparency is essential. Lenders need to see a clear paper trail for those gift funds to make sure everything is legitimate.
Okay, so no mysterious deposits appearing from under the mattress.
Exactly. It protects you and the lender. Now, we've talked about credit scores, splurging regrets, and the mystery of gift funds.
Yeah.
But what about this classic situation? You found your dream home.
Yes.
But you haven't sold your current place. Can you even buy before selling? It's tricky, but not impossible. Kirk suggests bridge loans, which use your home equity to help with the new down payment.
So you're basically using your current home as a stepping stone to the new one. Clever. What other options are there?
Well, there's HELOCs too, home equity lines of credit.
HELOCs, yeah.
They can be really flexible. You're basically using your home's equity, tapping into it to get those funds.
Okay.
And then for buyers who are over 62, there's the reverse mortgage for purchase.
Oh, yeah, reverse mortgages.
That could be a real game changer.
I've heard of those, but I don't really get how they work. Can you, break it down?
Sure. So imagine this. You're buying a new place, but you don't have to make monthly mortgage payments.
Wait, really?
Yep. That's what's so great about a reverse mortgage for purchase.
Wow.
You're tapping into that home equities to buy a new place.
Okay.
Frees up a ton of cash flow. Really helpful if you're thinking about retirement,
That sounds incredible, especially for someone who wants to downsize, maybe relocate when they're older.
Exactly.
But I guess like any big financial decision, you got to talk to a financial advisor first, right?
Oh, for sure. Always best to have those conversations, figure out a strategy that works for you.
Yeah, good point. Kirk, he also mentioned this interesting thing about spending, or not spending, rather.
Oh, yeah.
He was saying there's a big difference between just not spending money and actually, like, actively saving for a home.
Interesting.
I think a lot of us fall into that trap thinking, oh, I'm not spending much, I must be saving. But is that really true?
Yeah, it's a common misconception, right? You might feel frugal because you're not, going on crazy shopping sprees.
Right.
But if you're not intentionally putting money into a savings account, it kind of just disappears.
It's like a leaky bucket. You need a solid savings plan. Kirk recommended automating those transfers.
Yes. Set it and forget it.
Exactly. Okay, before we go on, I want to ask you directly, are you truly saving for your home goals? This isn't just about hiding cash under your mattress.
Right.
It's about having a plan, knowing your options, and making smart decisions.
That's such a crucial question for anyone even thinking about buying a home. It's a journey, not a sprint. And any journey needs preparation, a clear path, and a reliable guide.
Okay, so speaking of preparation, let's talk about the different types of mortgages out there. I mean, honestly, all those terms could be super confusing.
Yeah, I get that.
Fixed rate, adjustable rate, ARM, FHA, enough to make your head spin.
Don't worry, it's not as complicated as it sounds. One of the most popular types is the fixed rate mortgage.
Okay, fixed rate, yeah.
So the interest rate stays the same for the entire loan term.
The whole time.
Yep, usually 15 or 30 years. That gives you predictability. Your monthly payments won't change.
That sounds pretty straightforward. What about those adjustable rate mortgages I keep hearing about?
Right, so with an ARM, the interest rate is fixed for an initial period, maybe 5 or 7 years.
Okay.
But after that, it can adjust based on what's happening in the market.
So your payments could go up or down.
Exactly. ARMs can seem attractive because they often start with a lower rate than fixed rate mortgages.
Right, okay.
But there's that risk of potential increases later on.
So it's all about weighing those pros and cons, figuring out your risk tolerance and what matches your financial goals.
Precisely. And that's where a knowledgeable mortgage pro can be so helpful. They can guide you through those choices.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Let's shift gears a bit and talk about something that often gets lost in all the financial talk. The emotional side of buying a home.
Ah, yes, the heart and soul of it all. It's about finding a place that really resonates with you, your values, your aspirations.
It's about finding a sanctuary, a place where you can really feel at home, a space that reflects you.
That's a great way to put it. And that feeling, that sense of belonging, it can have such a big impact on your happiness,
Yeah, for sure. It's way more than just four walls and a roof.
Exactly. And as we think about that emotional aspect, it's worth asking ourselves, what kind of environment brings us joy? What brings us peace?
It's about envisioning a space where you can thrive, create memories, build a life full of meaning. Yeah, it's about creating a home, not just like buying a house, right?
Exactly. And, that brings us back to what Kirk was saying. Homeownership, it's not just the bricks and mortar.
Yeah.
It's about that life of stability, opportunity, maybe even happiness,
He really emphasized that connection. It's not just a place to live. It's like setting yourself up for a better future.
Exactly. For you, for your family.
So let's say someone's listening to this and feeling inspired, ready to take that first step towards owning a home. What would Kirk say is the most important thing to do?
Well, I think he'd say, start by really understanding your finances where you stand.
Like a financial checkup.
Yeah, exactly. Just like a regular checkup, it might show you some areas where you can improve.
Okay, makes sense.
Take steps to get those finances strong.
And then once you have that clear picture, you can start working with a mortgage pro to make a plan to reach those goals.
Exactly. It's like having a coach in your corner, someone who really knows the ropes and can guide you.
And remember, even if you've been denied a mortgage before, don't give up.
Yeah, that was one of Kirk's most encouraging points. A denial. It's not the end.
Right.
It's a chance to learn, regroup, and come back even stronger.
Turn that no into a yes.
Exactly. This whole journey is about taking control, creating that life you want.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into Kirk's insights, let's leave our listeners with something to think about. He talked about having that clear vision for the future, so let's ask them this.
Okay, yeah.
If you could design your dream home environment, what would it look like? What would it feel like?
Wow, that's a great question. It makes you think about what you really want, your values, your dreams, envisioning a space that reflects who you are.
It's not about fancy things. It's about creating a home that really feels right for you.
Perfectly said. And for anyone who wants to learn more from Kirk, get more of those practical tips, definitely check out the full Rethinking Real Estate interview. It's full of great advice and inspiring stories.
Absolutely. To all our amazing listeners out there, happy house hunting. May your journey be filled with joy, exciting discoveries, and the fulfillment of those homeownership dreams.
Here's to creating a space that brings you happiness, security, a true sense of belonging, a space that you can really call home.